Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rest World. Normally it's today's game, but I've recorded this game a few weeks ago. This game was actually on the 8th of October. So Heavy Hitters versus Zaza. I'll put the table here at the time. So basically, we're just going to jump straight into the game. You lot know Heavy Hitters and Zaza. We've refed them loads of times. It's going to be an interesting game. They're both close to each other in the league table. So yeah, and I'm also reffing at a ground I've never reffed at before, so I'm looking forward to this one, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Oh, and also just a quick update, I'm no longer allowed to show club marks, just because it's private for the league and for myself, so that won't be included in the video anymore. It was a good addition, but I'm no longer allowed to show it, so yeah, sorry about that guys. Let's jump into today's game. Zaza to kick us off first. It's going to be an interesting game. I hope you enjoy it. Our first yellow card of the game goes to the Heavy Hitters, number 7. Asking for a foul here, could have easily have given it, but didn't. Definitely not a foul there, shoulder to shoulder. And then what followed was this challenge by the number 7. Definitely a yellow card for a reckless challenge. Yellow came out fast to avoid any players running at me, and then followed by a signal for both physios to come on as 2 of the players were injured. I give a foul here for Heavy Hitters. I told the player challenging for this ball that you'll see to keep his arms down twice. He never did. Led into the challenge there, you see, with his arm into the back of the player. Tried to play advantage. That didn't lead to anything, so gave the free kick.
Challenges, yeah, but he's off behind you. He's back. Hold on. Hang on.
And that's a quick equaliser. You heard Heavy Hitters asking for the offside, but you heard me nice and clearly say who was offside, who wasn't. This guy walking back was. This guy making the run wasn't. That guy walking back doesn't interfere with play at all. Doesn't even make a movement towards it. You can see here he acknowledges that I knew that. And Zaza have the equaliser. So I'll just talk through this clip. So you see here, I give a free kick for Heavy Hitters, tripped him over, and then this results after about 10 seconds in a little bit of a mass corner. You see the centre back for Zaza and the striker for Heavy Hitters square up to each other. So they've caused all of this. Right now I'm just watching what's going on to see if there's going to be any sending offs, but there's just pushing from the same culprits. This guy throws himself on the floor holding his face. He wasn't touching the face though, and then you'll see in the next clips that I get the 2 main culprits that cause this, and they'll get booked. So the first booking is the number 20. I separate them as well because they were still arguing after it all happened, so I just separated them. Easier to book them separately, because if I put them in together they'd still be arguing. And then the centre back for Zaza gets booked. He's saying that it wasn't him, it was the number 2, the right back, but you saw he was the instigator as well. Booking number 4 of the game, you can see the yellow cards are coming out thick and fast, and yeah, definitely a yellow card. Yellow card was out very quickly. Zaza players protesting that wasn't, but definitely a yellow. Even though he didn't know he was there, he still smacked him right in the side, so his foot is quite high up. And then obviously I'm calling on for the physio for treatment for the injured player. And the half-time whistle is about to blow. Heavy hitters won. Zaza won 4 yellow cards in this game. Let me know how you think the game is going. It's going to be a quick turnaround. Also, my cameraman missed the first couple of minutes of the second half due to a toilet break, so we're just jumping straight into it. Second half is just as interesting as the first half, so I hope you enjoy it. Now, you know, in this league we call the offsides, and Dennis, the manager for Zaza, wasn't happy about this one, so let's take another look at it. I've paused it here. Dennis, I think you owe me an apology. You can see your striker leaning in an offside position. Let me know if you think he's onside or offside with this call. And that's yellow card number 6 of the game. That could have gone down as anything, stopping a promising attack or pulling an opponent. And you know what happens here? Another yellow card to heavy hitters. I've lost count of how many times I've booked them in this game, but definitely a yellow card for another reckless challenge. Two on to heavy hitters, but as you heard, there was handball shout, so let's take another look at this. The ball's whipped in, definitely onside, so we'll slow it down here and we'll pause it. You can see there it's hit his thigh. I had a great view of this. I wasn't obstructed at all, and then he finishes it into the bottom corner. Had that ball hit his arm and he finished it like that, goal would have been disallowed because you can't score directly after it touched your hand. So I'm just going to quickly talk through this one. You see the ball is on the far side. Good tackle there by the heavy hitters player. So they have the ball on the far side. They play a ball over the top, as you'll see. And Zaza are asking for offside, but you can clearly see this guy is onside. I don't even need to pause it. And then a great finish over the keeper, which sparks these celebrations. That player ended up taking off his top. And hopefully the cameraman catches it, but I did book that player. And you can just about see it in the corner of your screen. There's me waiting for the player, and he does get yellow carded for taking off his top. Now, this is the only decision I wanted to see for the whole game, and the player gets in the way. Handball shouts for that guy that just got blocked off. Not given. For me, his arm was so close to his body, it didn't make it unnaturally bigger. So that's why the penalty wasn't given, but you can't see it, which is so disappointing. And that's the full-time whistle. Heavy hit has been 3-2. Honestly, there was about 7, 8 or 9 yellow cards. I lost count. And late drama, that just shows you that you have to stay concentrated for the whole match. Let me know how you think the game went. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode.